Happy Sunday. Let's recap week 10 in the NFL and talk some Monday Night Football. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are here to talk NFL football, baby. That's right. Week 10 was absolutely bonkers, and we're going to get into it. First, hope everyone had a great weekend. The trends, how about those trends? A 7-3 weekend so far. We are filming this right before or right during the Sunday Night Football game, so I don't know the trend and how it did yet for the Raiders and Jets game or the Monday Night Football game, obviously. But 76-35 on the season if you just blindly tail the trends. That is absolutely ridiculous. So I hope you guys are getting a lot of winners off those trends. Also, I know we had a lot of new subscribers last week. First of all, thank you guys so much for the support. I am blown away. It has been awesome the last couple weeks. So just so you guys know, these Sunday night videos we do in the NFL for those new subscribers, we give out where we talk about our bets recap from the previous weekend. This time it'll be week 10. We go over the head-to-head bet between me and Ryan, and it's a beauty today. That's right. I give you some NFL takeaways that we saw if you want to just talk some football, and then we end it with Monday Night Football preview and give out our best bet. And this weekend, it is the Broncos at the Bills. So we got a decent game. It's been worse, that's for sure, like the Panthers and Bears on Thursday Night Football. NBA video will be out for Monday's games. We get back at it. I had a weekend off. I had some family stuff going on, but 15-3 run. Can we keep that going this week? Do I hope so. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel as we chase our first 8,000 subscribers. Keep commenting below. It really helps this channel grow, helps other people see it on YouTube. You guys are freaking awesome. This Jabo community is awesome. You guys stay positive. We're in it together, so be sure to leave some bets in the comments also. But that's all I got. Let's get into it. And it starts with the bets recap. All right, there it is. Not a terrible weekend, but not a great weekend either. Baltimore team total over 16.5. Cincy team total over 21.5. That was a winner. Cincy was stressful, but they got it done, scoring a lot of points in the fourth. So 6-point teaser. How about two teaser wins in a row now? Seahawks money line, that was sweaty. Vikings plus 8.5. That was an easy winner as they win outright. And then the bad read of the day, under 19.5 first half, Green Bay and Pittsburgh. That sucked. They went over. They started scoring at will, and they never score in the first half. Both teams never freaking score, but they did it. Then they slowed down in the second half, barely went over the game total. They scored 42. I think game total was about 39. So trends parlay. This one hurt, guys. Cowboys minus 16, easy winner, which is shocking at that spread. Under 38.5, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, another easy winner. Falcons money line. They were up with 2 minutes to go, and they gave up a game-winning drive to Kyler Murray, and they blew it. They just blew it. I wanted that plus 569 winner. We don't count it towards our official record anyways, but still, we were due, and I thought that was it, but we missed out. No anytime touchdown bets this week because I was just really busy this weekend, didn't have time to get a ton out. But player props, man, a 1-2 Sunday, and we lost that Thursday night football game. But Rashad White over 24.5 receiving yards. We might as well just hammer this every single week. We've won it 2 weeks in a row. They continue to either lower it or keep it at that total. He is one of the top 5 receiving running backs right now in the NFL, just so you guys know. Mark Andrews over 46.5 receiving yards. Disappointing. He had 44. We just missed out by 3 yards. Will Levis and the Titans offense was horrendous. Just absolutely terrible against the Tampa Bay Bucks. He got, I think, around 200 yards or close to that. He just didn't get it done. And then that Thursday night football winner from 4 days ago at a game that I didn't watch or didn't even care about. Unfortunately, it was a loss. Chuba Hubbard, over 38.5 rush yards. He didn't get many carries. I bet that because of volume, and he's been getting volume the whole time, and just nobody got carries. It wasn't because Miles Sanders or anybody else. He just did not get as many carries as he usually does, so he fell short. But it is what it is. Now, to break down how these bets have gone so you guys know maybe where you want to tail and all that, let's check out the next page. That is the season overall record. My game bets are absolutely smoking hot this year, guys. 26-15 after another 2-1 weekend, plus 11.54. After that, it's all downhill. Ryan's game bets hasn't given out a bet in a little while, but I'm sure he will next week. Sick, work, all these things going on. But down 5.47 units. Anytime touchdown bets, 9-15, down 3.03. The player props are what is killing me right now, guys. I had a much better year last year at player props. It hasn't worked out. We've been close on some of them, but it's not good enough. So 18-22, down 3.8 units. Again, trends parlay, we're 1-5. We've hit like 2 of 3 legs almost every time. But we're still up 0.65 units on it because they're huge winners. So those aren't official. But overall record, 57-61, down 2.15 units. we will end in the positive. I just know it. I feel it and I know it. But game bets, if you are tailing those, you are looking good. Plus 11.54. So that's the bets recap from week 10. Now let's talk a little head to head bet. Looky who we got here, baby. That's right. We are bringing in Ryan to talk the head to head bet. I have made it, guys. For you Team Steven believers out there, I have reached the top. Not really, but I am 5-5. Ryan is now 5-5. I had the 49ers -3. He had the Jaguars +3, and they lost by a million. He could have had +30, and he still would have lost. All of us doubters about the Niners, which I wasn't really a part of that. I was a little bit doubting Brock Purdy, but how about 437 yards to 221, 5 sacks to 2. Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns, almost 300 yards passing. How about Christian McCaffrey, over 140 total yards? Kittle, over 100 yards. McCaffrey did break the touchdown streak, though. He had 17. They tried to get him his 18th at the end of the game. He did not do it. But what an absolute beatdown of a Jaguars team that was maybe the hottest team in the NFL. I still like the Jaguars, still believe in them, but Ryan, what do you got to say about that one?
I can't say a whole bunch, man. They Jaguars were terrible. I was thinking, like you said, I didn't totally think that the Niners were a crappy team and were going to be horrible rest of the season, going to lose every game here on out. But I thought I can get them one more week with a good Jaguars team, but the Jaguars did not show up and frickin' sucked the entire day. I think what was it, the third quarter? I was like, okay, at halftime we're okay, and then Kittle hit a big touchdown. I'm like, okay, it's over. This is done. I'm done with it.
Yeah. The 49ers are a Super Bowl contender. I was going to talk about it in one of my takeaways, but I'll just say right now they are a contender. These teams like this, they go through lulls. Like we talked about the Rams a couple years ago. They won the Super Bowl, but they went through a stretch in the middle of the season where they struggled. They are going to be okay. Can Brock Purdy win a title? I don't know if he's good enough, but this team will be right there when it's all said and done. Do not be surprised if you still see them in the NFC Championship game. So 49ers, unfortunately, as a Seahawk fan, they won and they look good again. But as a betting fan, that was a beauty. So 5-5 record. I'm telling you, Ryan, this is where I take off. This is it. It's over.
No,
Yep.
not happening.
What do we got? 7, 8 weeks left. What do we got? That was
Yeah,
week
eight.
10. Yeah. So I mean, I could still go 13-5. Yeah, I see that happening. That sounds about right. So that's what we got, guys. Thank you for the Team Stevens supporters on the head-to-head bet. But that's what we got. Let's talk a little NFL takeaways. Okay, let's talk some football now. I have 3 takeaways from Week 10, and the number one is the Texans. Holy cow, they are legitimately a playoff contender. I cannot believe it. I've been so impressed with C.J. Stroud, not just because he's a Buckeye, and I love me some Buckeyes, but he really had one terrible throw in the fourth quarter that gave the Bengals a chance to get back in the game. But other than that, he was so good. In Cincy, that is not an easy place to play. He was really good on the game-winning drive. I mean, I don't know how many game-winning drives he's had already as a rookie, but it is absolutely impressive. He has shown that he is by far the best rookie quarterback in the NFL right now. Texans had 3 turnovers and still beat one of the best teams on the road. Just think about that for a second. That is just wild. Devin Singletary. People didn't think he was very good. I saw a lot of people betting his under like 40 something rushing yards or whatever it was. All of a sudden, he gets a ton of carries. He got 30 for 150 yards. D'Amico Ryans is doing a hell of a job. Probably the favorite to win Coach of the Year for this Texans team. Nobody saw it coming. You lose Deshaun Watson. You got a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach, and it doesn't matter. They are now 5-4, playing very good football. They're in every game. I mean, it is impressive. So, congrats to you, Texans. I'm sure you Houston fans are pretty excited about it. So, next one, the AFC North is a freaking battle. Wow. What a wild Browns comeback versus the Ravens. That was just absolutely nuts. That pick six was huge. I mean, I think that was the deciding factor because the Ravens had control of that game. But yeah, that was quite the win for the Browns. And honestly, that just tightened up the whole division. All 4 teams now have a winning record. Ravens 7-3, Steelers 6-3, Browns 6-3, and the Bengals 5-4. Now, if you go off their score, their point differential, just to kind of, if you guys kind of like that to see who's better, the Ravens plus 113 points. They've outscored their opponents. That is the best differential in the NFL. Steelers minus 26. Steelers are the Vikings of this year. My goodness, are they lucky? They look so awful. Their offense looked a little better today, but they just squeaked by a terrible Packer team. I don't know how they do it. Congrats to Mike Tomlin. Maybe I'm wrong, but the Steelers just keep getting lucky and winning games. They have been outscored by 26 points this season. Browns 6-3, but they have outscored their opponents 44 points. The Bengals, they have been outscored by 10. They are minus 10 in the differential. A lot of that is the first few weeks, and Burrow was not healthy at all. But Anyways, those are the four teams. In my opinion, the Steelers do not belong there. They will not be up there. But it's a good little story right now. So congrats to you, Steeler fans. And also the Ravens. I think they win it. The only problem I have with that is they still have games against the Jaguars, 49ers, and the Dolphins this season. So I mean, it really is anybody's game. Yeah, I know the Bengals lost this last weekend to the Texans, but they're still a team that you don't want to mess with. I mean, if they're really clicking, especially Burrow, they've shown it. They show they can go to the Super Bowl. They are a very good team. But the Browns, can we trust Deshaun Watson? Can we trust him to stay healthy for an entire game? Can we trust him to win big games? The jury is still out on that one. He did play pretty decent today, but it's going to be a division, guys. I mean, we're talking four winning teams. You're talking the Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that a lot of people thought might even be in the Super Bowl again this year. They're in dead last at 5-4. That's how good this division is. So leave a comment below. Let me know who you think is winning the AFC North. There might be some good value bets out there on who might win it, but man, it is a tight race, and it might be decided by these head-to-head matchups between each other. So now the third and final takeaway is the MVP race. It's a three-headed monster right now, and I think it's going to go down to the wire. We got Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes all about plus 350 right now. They are even across the board. Um, I'm just going to give you who I think is going to win. I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts because if it's going to be this tight between these guys, you're talking about the Eagles, who are probably going to be the number one seed in the NFC. They may not lose many more games, and I think that's going to make a huge difference. Mahomes, he just lacks the weapons to put together just huge numbers. Now, it doesn't, like I've said before, they could easily win the Super Bowl because they have a great defense and they still are decent on offense. But I don't think Mahomes can put up a huge numbers like he was. So I just don't think he's going to win the MVP. But you know what? It's Mahomes. He can prove me wrong and just go lights out the last few weeks. So Lamar Jackson, I mentioned before, but he has games against some tough teams still. Although the Dolphins and Jags don't exactly have great defenses, but it's no guarantee they even win their division. If you're not winning a division and you're in a tight MVP race against a team that is the number one seed in the conference, I think that's going to go be a big difference. I think Jalen Hurts has just been more consistent. He's in a better situation too. I mean, he's got the the Eagles wide receivers, offensive line, all that stuff. He's got all the weapons, and right now they're the only one loss team in the NFL. So in my head, I think it's Jalen Hurts to win as long as he stays healthy. I know he's battling, I think, a knee injury right now, but Hurts has 22 total touchdowns. Mahomes 17 total touchdowns. Lamar Jackson 14 total touchdowns. So as part of it, obviously Hurts has the advantage right now. So leave a comment below. Also, let me know who you think is going to win the MVP, or maybe there's a long shot out there that you guys think can get in there too. So those are my three NFL takeaways. I like talking football, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But now it's time. Let's get into Monday Night Football. All right, the prime time showdown takes us out to Buffalo. We got the Bills hosting the Denver Broncos. Bills -7, over under of 47.5. Let's preview the game a little bit. The Bills have alternated wins and losses for 6 weeks now, 6 straight weeks. So they're due for a win if you just go off that. But the Broncos are finally playing better, winning 2 games in a row, which is a humongous winning streak for this team and for Russell Wilson since he left the Seahawks. Just saying. But they had their bye week last week. A big part of their resurgence is their defense. It's just been playing better. The red zone defense, in particular, they were 22nd in red zone defense, and now they are second in red zone defense the last 3 games. So they've really tightened up when it gets near the goal line. There's also 4 big injuries to the Bills, which is a big factor here. And that's why the Bills haven't been playing as well lately, including now safety Micah Hyde, who might not play in this game. So I mean, the Bills, I don't know, man. I keep believing in them, and I don't know what happens, but they just keep letting me down. So I know there's injuries, but their offense sometimes looks a little clunky as well. But off against the spread records, Denver 2-5-1, Buffalo is 3-6 against the spread, and actually Buffalo is 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games. That's right. That's how bad it's been. So over under records, Denver 4-4 to each. Buffalo gone under in 6 of 9 games this season, and of course the trend that I gave out, unders are 23-7 in primetime games. Think about that. 23 of 30 games have gone under in primetime games. So just want to point that out. But that's kind of like the Monday Night Preview, the stats and all that. And before I get into my best bet for this Monday Night Football game, a word from Thrive Fantasy. There it is, the free square from Monday Night Football with Thrive Fantasy. Use that promo code Jabbo or the link below. You get a 100% first deposit match up to $250, guys. I know I've said this before. If you're new to the channel, this is great. It's eligible in over 30 states. You put $250 in your account, you literally are given $250. You do not have to use all that money on your first bet, but that's just a good way to start your bankroll. Then they give you a free square also. Josh Allen over half passing yard for Monday Night Football. You add it to another leg, and you can make a two-leg parlay, three-leg, four, five, as you can see there, and that's how much you win for each parlay. If you just want to make a two-legger, you're literally given 250 bucks and half of your bet already. So it's just crazy. It's a great deal. Be sure to check if you are in one of those eligible states. Again, eligible and over 30. Use the promo code Jabo. Now, back to the bet. All right, my favorite bet for the Broncos and Bills Monday Night Football game is a little bit of a same game parlay. We got Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns and the under 59.5 at minus 105 on FanDuel. Now let's talk about the first leg. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's done this now in 7 straight home games dating back to last season, not including the playoffs. The offense struggled a little bit in Cincy last week. I get that, but he still had one passing touchdown. Could have had another one, but he ran it in, unfortunately. The Broncos have given up 2 passing touchdowns to Jordan Love and 4 to Justin Fields. Those are 2 of the last 5 weeks. Yes, they have slowed Mahomes down. I get that. Mahomes was sick one game. Divisional games can be a little weird. I do think the Broncos defense is a little bit better, but the Bills, I think Josh Allen especially can throw 2 touchdowns. Bills only have 4 rushing touchdowns from the running backs this year. That's right, just 4. They don't do very well in the goal line. The biggest threat is probably going to be just Josh Allen running it in again for a touchdown. But you know what? Even if he does, I think the Bills can score 3, 4 plus touchdowns in this game, so he'll have plenty of chances. Plus, the Broncos give up the 5th most passing touchdowns this season with 16, and have yet to give up a rushing touchdown to a quarterback this year. So that might help because we need them to stop Josh Allen when he tries to do that. But that's my first leg. Now it's like minus 175, 180 on its own, so I had to add something to reduce the juice. And this is what I'm doing. Now you can go under a lot lower than what I'm doing, but you know me, I'm a wuss. I just want to have a close to even money bet and get a winner. So under 59.5, I do not mind, and I was close to going lower. You go 51.5 as a key number. 47.5 is the original line, and guess what? I think this game goes under 47.5 as well. Again, primetime games, 23-7 to the under, and these two teams have just been playing unders lately. So in general, I like the 47.5. Losing my voice completely just talking about it. I'm so excited. Broncos have had 2 games go over this total, the 59.5. Dolphins and the Commanders. That was it. Early in the year, when their defense was absolutely historically bad. And the Bills have only gone over this 1 game. Guess who that was against? The Dolphins also. So they've both gone over this against the Dolphins. I don't see the Broncos offense putting up a ton of points on the road in Buffalo, even though Buffalo's defense isn't the same right now with injuries. I just cannot imagine this game hits 60. Let's be honest with you. I think it goes under 47.5. I think we're talking like a 24-13 type of game for the Bills, but that's just my opinion. So give me the under 59.5 in this game just to reduce the odds, but I love it. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns and under 59.5. That is my best bet for Monday Night Football. There it is, guys. Thanks for listening. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Anything you want to say, talk that MVP race, talk the AFC North, or anything else about your NFL team. I'd love to talk some football or any sport with you guys in the comment section. So thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Again, be sure to check out that NBA video and see if we can stay on a hot, scorching hot run. Not just a hot run, it's scorching hot. So thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.